So that's what a DevOps person does. So if you want to work as DevOps person, what are all the things you need to know? So these are the tools. We'll be learning a version control system Git. See, this Git everyone should know. Even though you are a developer or a tester, whoever you are, you should learn Git. So we'll be learning it. And let me tell you, every tool will be going from basics till advanced concepts. Also, I'll be sharing the interview questions on every topic. Okay. So yeah, we'll be covering Git. Hands-on begins from tomorrow actually. So we'll be starting with Git tomorrow. So then Maven, Jenkins, Docker, Ansible, Terraform, both of them will be covered. Kubernetes, Docker Swarm, Prometheus, Grafana, and AWS services, whichever required for our DevOps methodology. All of this will be covered. Of course, this is just a brief content. I think you can also get the detailed content, course content from me. You can ping me on WhatsApp, I'll share it. So this is the brief content. Apart from this, we'll be also covering Linux to whatever extent we need to work as a DevOps engineer. We'll be also covering shell scripting. And if you are completely new to Linux also, you don't need to worry. I'll talk about how to set up your Linux environment, how to do hands-on, everything we'll be doing. You just can come with an open mind. You can just come with an open mind, and if you are willing to learn, if you are very serious about make a move in your career or get started as a DevOps engineer, yes, this is the right platform for you. And yeah, all these core tools will be covered. Yeah.
Yeah, Devi, provide this.
A bit louder, please. A bit louder, please. I could not hear you. Okay, or else please type in the chat window.
Preeti, regarding anything, any Azure also will be given a introduction, like things.
Here, Kishan, let me tell you, yeah, this is again a question from majority of the people. Here we were learning DevOps methodology. Okay, this
Okay.
DevOps methodology is irrespective of the platform, whether you implement on cloud or else whether you implement on-prem or else whether you implement, okay, let's talk about cloud, whether you implement on AWS or Azure or GCP, it is irrespective of the platform. It's a methodology. It's irrespective of the platform. It's irrespective of the application. Your application may be a Java app, your application may be a .NET app, or you may be doing it on Azure or AWS. It is still same. Okay, this part is same.
Okay. Thank you.
These tools, the functionality of tool, how Kubernetes works, how Terraform works, how do you implement, how do you connect, how do you create the CI/CD pipeline is same irrespective of the platform. Then where does this cloud platform comes in? Yeah, like I said, you may be doing it on-prem or on cloud. If you are doing it on AWS, yes, we'll be learning few services which are required if you do it on AWS. If you know how to do it on AWS with certain services, the same is the case with Azure or GCP or whatever it is. Okay, hope you got the answer.
Yes, yes, thank you.
We will be doing all the hands-on on one cloud, so the similarity you can apply on any cloud. The difference is a very little, and also companies are not looking that you should know AWS, you should know Azure, GCP. If you know one cloud, if you know one cloud, meaning if you know implementing DevOps on any cloud, yeah, they are ready to accept the person, because yeah, all the clouds are similar. It's not expected that everyone should know all the 4 clouds or 5 clouds. You have a lot of clouds actually, not only GCP, Azure, and AWS. You have a Linode, you have DigitalOcean, you have a HashiCorp cloud, lot of things are there. So you don't worry about the cloud, concentrate on the DevOps methodology. And here, yeah, we will be, if you see this pipeline, let me just give you an overview again. Don't worry about this. This pipeline will be building from the scratch. To build this pipeline completely, we will be almost, yeah, we need almost 2 months of time. So from the scratch, we'll be building it day by day, okay, so that you could connect the dots and you gain the confidence. Do DevOps engineer only work on CI/CD pipeline, or is there more to it? CI/CD pipeline is a major part, Sumit, and again, a person expertise with each tool may be working on a particular tool. Let's say you are a Kubernetes certified professional. Okay, your area of expertise is this part. You will be working on this part very closely. Again, this Kubernetes is in your pipeline. Okay, when you zoom into each part, you have areas of expertise. right? They are looking for DevOps engineer, a DevOps engineer with Kubernetes certification, or else a DevOps engineer with Terraform certified, or else Ansible certified professional. They are having again they are having edge over others. They'll be working on this part in more depth. Got it? But again, when you zoom out of the picture, yes, it's in the entire pipeline. Yeah, here I am showing you the pipeline. As we go to the course, like as we go in creating this pipeline, we'll be zooming into each section in detail, right? Like first we'll be concentrating on Git in depth, right? We'll see everything in Git, like from basics till advanced concepts, so that you are ready to work with Git without any help. That's the main idea. Then we'll be concentrating on Maven, okay, for building. How Maven can build, we'll be talking about it. Then how can you automate the test case execution? We'll not be learning writing test cases here, but we'll be learning how can you automate the test case execution, right? Then we'll be talking about the continuous deployment process. In this process, what are all the tools used? Yes, Docker is used here. Yeah, Docker is used, Kubernetes, Ansible, Terraform. Not that everyone is using all the tools, but how to use each tool, where each tool comes in, right? So all of them will be learning. So 4 tools comes in here. So we'll be learning one after the other, build the pipeline, and then monitoring with Prometheus and Grafana, right? So we'll be concentrating on each part. Maybe each part may take some couple of weeks. Got it, everyone? Following? So yeah, let me just give a brief on this. So whenever developer write the code, okay, they place the code in version control system. What is a version control system? I'm not going to take up that now. Just understand Git is used here. Okay. Then you may be having a question. Developers place the code in Git. Why you should know? You should know it for many reasons, because you will be pulling the code from Git and do the continuous builds. You have to pull the code from the Git and do the builds. Okay. So we'll be learning Maven. So continuous development, continuous builds, continuous testing by executing the test cases written by testers, and then deployed using other deployment tools like Docker, containerize your application using Docker, configuring your servers using Ansible, provision the infrastructure using Terraform, orchestrate the containers using Kubernetes. I'm just giving one word for every tool. Okay, Kubernetes is a container orchestrator, Docker is a containerization tool, Ansible is a configuration management tool, Terraform is a infrastructure provisioning tool. Then monitoring tool Prometheus. The monitoring can be visualized better with a Grafana is a visualization tool. Then send the feedback for respective teams. Of course, not always to developers, to the respective teams. Again, depending on the feedback, the process repeats. So here Git, all the tools are covered. Git, Jenkins, build tool Maven, right? And then Docker, Kubernetes, Ansible, Terraform, Prometheus, and Grafana. And where do you implement it? You may implement it on cloud, on Azure, on AWS, and so on. Here in this course, I'll be showing you implementing on AWS. The same is applicable to any cloud. Any questions now? See, this course, like I said, I'm saying again, DevOps is having great demand in the market right now. Even in the recession, DevOps persons are receiving the calls. They are also receiving the offers. Even though companies went into freeze mode, for DevOps, it is still open because there's a lot of demand for it, right? Every company is stepping to implement this DevOps methodology. So there's a lot of demand for DevOps professionals. Good job perspective. And also if you verify, yeah, good salary scale for DevOps engineers. And also, okay, let's say you learn this, you also want to, let's suppose you want to get expertise in a particular tool, Terraform certification if you want to do, or Kubernetes certification you want to do. This course will also help you to do certifications. Will also help you guidance on those certifications as well, as I'm certified in them. And yeah, you will also yeah, this will help you to clear your interviews. That's the main thing, because all the real scenarios will be covered once you learn it properly. Once you do thorough hands-on, yes, that's what you need to do. Any questions from your end? Any more questions? Any confusions you have? You can feel free to ask me now. So today what did we learn? We just discussed about why DevOps is into picture, like why should we learn it or why it came into existence. Then we have got an overview or understanding of what DevOps is. Okay, we didn't discuss it in detail thoroughly. That takes a month or two. Okay, practically we'll do it from tomorrow. Hands-on begins. And yeah, coming to the, we have discussed about why DevOps came in, what DevOps is. We got an understanding of CI/CD pipeline where all the tools are used to automate the process, right? And now let me tell you about the lab. For DevOps, hands-on is important. It's not theoretical part. That's all is theory. Today, theory is completed. Okay, tomorrow on, hands-on begins. We'll be getting started with the first tool, Git. Then let's talk about Git. Then we will be talking about, first of all, what is a version control system? Why do we need it? Then what is Git? Then Git architecture, and then Git installation, and then the Git hands-on. Okay, this is how this is the flow we'll be going with every tool. Okay, so once we want to start with Git, how do you have your lab, isn't it? How to create your own lab, how to manage your own lab, right? That's very important because even after the course, you have to do the hands-on. The lab setup documentation I'll provide to you. I'll also show you that in the class, how to set up your own lab, how to maintain your own lab, right? And the complete documentation, all the commands will be shared with you with the Google Drive. Whoever already registered, there were participants who were registered. For them, I have already shared the access. Whoever did not receive the access, you will receive the access in a couple of hours today, right? So you'll be get the complete drive access with all the commands for your hands-on, and you'll be having a complete support during the hands-on through WhatsApp. Okay, I'll be creating a group for this batch where you can post your queries. Like if you're stuck up somewhere in the hands-on, because that is very important for DevOps. You could post that in the group, right? So that I could respond, so that you need not wait till tomorrow for the class to solve your queries. So that kind of support you'll have. Interview questions, resume help will also be available. Any more questions you have from your end? Anything else? Yes, Rohini, for freshers also, this is a right tool or a right course to take up, because like I said, anyone who are going to work in IT projects, they need to know this methodology. So for freshers, it would be definitely an added advantage. If you showcase them in your resume, definitely you are going to have an edge over others, because companies prefer people with the knowledge rather than training the people.
But Ricardo Williams
Preeti,
is available for lifetime or access, sir? How many days
Yes, you'll
access?
have lifetime access for the Google Drive. You'll have WhatsApp support lifetime. You'll be having the Drive access, like interview questions, everything for lifetime.
and Preeti, my
Hmm.
doubt is
If
I am presently into VMware,
Okay.
so this will help me to change.
Can you please, can everyone please mute yourself? The question is not audible clearly. Can you please come again? Rest of
Presently, I am
you can.
into VMware side,
Okay.
so I'm planning a move. That's why I'm joining DevOps. So that will be
Okay.
helpful, right, for me?
Definitely, definitely, it's a right choice. Like I said, anyone who knows this automation process, who knows these tools, who have a knowledge on automating the process can become a DevOps person.
Okay, thank you.
Uh, currently I'm working in like Microsoft Azure only, monitoring and handling. But
Okay.
this is the you telling that this is a AWS course like that, AWS DevOps, right?
Mm,
But it's
mm.
my domain is different, right? Cloud domain.
That's what I
Yeah,
said
but
few minutes back.
yeah.
That's what I said. This part is common for any cloud. Okay. Whether you implement in AWS or Azure, okay, without using any cloud also, it can be implemented on-prem. So Azure is not permanent, AWS is not permanent. So learn the DevOps methodology separately. You could implement on any cloud. I'm showing you implementing it on AWS. I'll also show you implementing it on-prem. So you could also implement the same way on Azure. It doesn't make any difference.
Okay.
Like,
Some
see, for
scenarios.
example, I'll give you a simple example. Let's suppose in AWS we use some virtual machines which are easy to instances, right? So in Azure you have the
Yeah,
same instances concept, right? That's all. The
same instance.
terminology may be different, the UI may be different.
Yeah, but in a DevOps, some admin concept is required, right? In AWS concept, some concept is required, right? But
That is not
the
DevOps.
concept is not.
That is
Yeah.
not related to DevOps. That comes under cloud computing, cloud engineer.
Okay.
Okay, that comes under cloud engineering. Okay, there's a question from Sumit. I have almost 10 years experience. What would be expected from experienced guys like me once we switch in DevOps? Sumit, you have overall 10 years experience, right? You could place, like, after this course, you could claim like 5 to 6 years of experience into DevOps, because 10 years you cannot showcase as DevOps, right? So you'll be claiming 5 to 6 years as DevOps, and in the projects, whichever you have worked, you will be correlating the project with these tools. Let's suppose, okay, in your project you have done deployments. Now you will mention, or else you will correlate and explain the project in such a way that you have used Docker for deployments. In that way, you could modify your resume and showcase that. Got it, Sumit? And if you need more help on how that can be done, yeah, this course will help you. Also, I can help you personally with that. And Bharat says, if we miss any classes, how can we get backup classes? You will have a recording of every class, Bharat. Everyday class recordings will be shared. If you are working on some other shifts, or else if you could not join on a particular day, you'll be getting the recording. You can watch it at your own time and get back to me for the queries through WhatsApp or in the call. You can just connect with me and get your queries resolved, and you'll be ready for the next session. What are the AWS services we learn linked with DevOps? Yes, Swarna, just give me a second. Yeah, here is the course content. You can also have a look at the course content from your end. Okay, so we were talking about this part now, like what is DevOps and all, right? You have a version controls. And again, the elaborative content was there on this document, course content document for Docker and so on. Some of you are talking about AWS, right? Yes. AWS services. Hmm. Yeah. So here are the AWS services we are covering: S3, load balancers, Elastic Beanstalk, ECR, ECS, EKS. EKS is a paid service which is related to Kubernetes, which is having a great demand again. Okay, even this will be covered. It's a paid service. Again, all the basic services like IAM, regions, VPC, all of them will be covered. And CI/CD services. What are these CI/CD DevOps services? From module 4, this is all again AWS. AWS code commit, code build, cloud formation. Some of them are missing. Yeah, code deploy, code build, and so on. Right? All of them will be covered. If you know this, okay, implementing DevOps on any platform or on AWS, yes, you are eligible to work with the DevOps methodology on any cloud. That's what companies are looking for. So yeah, that is all from my end for today. Any more questions? If you have any concerns, you have anything else, if you want to talk to me, you can reach me on WhatsApp. You might be having my WhatsApp number, right? Tomorrow will be, yeah, the class continues. Okay, first day is nothing but the demo. Tomorrow on the regular class begins. At the same time, tomorrow we'll be getting started with Git. Means we are getting started with our pipeline. The first tool in our CI/CD pipeline is Git. We'll be getting started with Git. Who have to learn Git? When it is a developer tool, why a DevOps person should learn? Everything we'll be discussing and we'll be learning it thoroughly. And the same goes with each and every tool. So that is the agenda for tomorrow.
Hi Preeti.
Yeah, hi Prakash.
Yeah, what if I buy only video access and how can I clear my doubts?
You want to go with only video access?
Yeah,
The like recording sessions. Yeah, you could reach
yeah.
me on WhatsApp. Okay, I'll help you with the details.
No. What if I get the doubts? I mean, how to clarify
You
or
will
how
have
to reach
WhatsApp
you?
support. You will have WhatsApp support for self-paced learning also.
Okay, will I get the time to time reply or?
Time to time reply means we are all working, right? Let's say you gave a
Yeah.
message now, maybe I may be in a call. Just allow me some time, some reasonable time. I will be responding it once I'm free.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Thank you.
All right then, thanks everyone. See you all tomorrow. Bye
Hello.
everyone. Yes, hi.
Yeah. Hi, Preeti. So I was mostly interested in Azure DevOps. So